Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 1. The word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Thou shalt not take thee a wife, neither shalt thou have sons or daughters in this place. For thus saith the Lord concerning the sons and concerning the daughters that are born in this place, and concerning their mothers that bear them, and concerning their fathers that beget them in this land, they shall die of grievous deaths. They shall not be lamented, but they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth. And they shall be consumed by the sword, by the famine, and their carcasses shall be meat for the fowls of heaven and for the beasts of the field. Shalom, Israel. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai for allowing me to do another lesson. Yahweh is who the world ignorantly calls God. Yahweh Shai is his son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, and is no God beside. Double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone for being faithful witnesses to the Holy Spirit. And shalom to the elect, whom the Lord has given ears to hear. Right, this is going to be a, I don't know how it's going to be, but, I want to harp on the fact that pestilences are coming. I see the elder brother Amaran Gabar did a lesson into it. And I actually found this on a news break yesterday. I was telling brothers, I'm like, you know what? Let me just get a lesson in on it. So as you see on a news break, this is Newsweek. I'm sorry, they look the same because, brothers, for the most part, have an app called Newsbreak where I actually first seen. Let me see. Right, you see, you got Newsbreak, but then this is Newsweek. So nevertheless, it says this was actually published this past Friday. So it says hospitals and healthcare facilities in New York, New Jersey, and California will require their staff to wear masks in certain settings this winter. This is to reduce the spread of multiple infectious respiratory diseases. All right, and we see influenza, respiratory syncytial V's, and the newest strain of the CVXEC. You might have to look into those that lettering, because you know how Esau works. But it says RSV causes symptoms similar to the flu, common cold, or CV. Like those respiratory V's, it infects the nose, throat, and lungs. So here you have a map that shows the U.S. states in which mask mandates have been announced, and some or all hospitals among healthcare workers in certain areas. Some regions in California, some healthcare settings in New Jersey, and all healthcare workers in New York are affected. So it says mask mandates in New Jersey. We're seeing a rapid uptick in respiratory infections in New Jersey. Real quick. Let's see something. It says we're seeing a rapid uptick in respiratory infections in New Jersey, specifically RSV and the flu. Dr. Andy Anderson, Executive Vice President and Chief Medical and Quality Officer for RWJ Barnabas Health, told Newsweek, we've been tracking our data, and about a month or so ago, we saw some gradual increase. But other than the last couple of weeks, there's been a rapid increase, Anderson said. RWJ Barnabas Health, the largest system of hospitals in New Jersey, announced a mask mandate effective starting Monday for all staff, patients, and visitors in its hospitals. At outpatient and medical group facilities, Masks are now strongly encouraged for all providers, staff, visitors, and vendors whenever they are in the presence of patients. Patients with respiratory symptoms such as coughing, sore throat, fever, and runny nose are now required to wear a mask along with those caring for them. All right, let's jump down to the mask mandates in New York. As of Wednesday, healthcare staffers in New York State who have not been against the must wear masks when working in areas where patients or residents are typically present. New York State Health Commissioner James McDonald said in a statement, "My declaration that is prevalent across the state means healthcare personnel who are not against the season need to take extra precautions and wear a mask in healthcare facilities to avoid exposing sick patients and those most vulnerable to complications of the V." And as I read, I think of the fact that there's there's like multiple V's hitting at once. So that on top of the fact that these people got poked up come 2020 2021 season, it's only a matter of time before they start dropping. And that's why I brought out the precept in Jeremiah 16 where it says they shall die of grievous deaths. That word grievous meaning disease, right? And the Lord don't lie on his words. As a matter of fact, in accordance to this, you look in society, you had the devil kill Gates. See if I could find that. This devil pretty much smiled at the fact that let's see.
That we as a global community will deal with the next pandemic better.
And my thing is, how did they know there would be a next one? And if they knew there would be a next one, why were they so lax in between time? I mean, it's pretty much a hypothetical. It's what do you call that? A rhetorical question. We know how they knew, but I'm just saying that to make the minds of the people think.
Well, there were a lot of people in 2015 after the Ebola epidemic who were talking about what needed to be done. And in this pandemic, the countries that had some exposure to SARS-CoV-1 were amongst the outliers. So Australia is a true outlier. They orchestrated diagnostics, they executed quarantine policies, and they have a death rate in a different league than the other rich countries. I mean, just utterly different. And everybody had the capability to do that. They, have less PCR machines than other rich countries. It wasn't something. They had more travelers coming in from China than other countries. So hopefully, given the so many negative things, not just the millions of deaths and the economic toll, but the lack of schooling, depression, overdose deaths. I mean, it's hard to make the entire list. As you say, for men, more men died. For women, more women had unacceptable burdens thrust onto them. So the cost of being ready for the next pandemic is not super large. It's not like climate change where, 10 trillion, 20 trillion, these are big numbers. Global surveillance capability would cost like $1 billion a year. The R&D that we need to do to get MAGIC vaccines and diagnostics and therapeutics, that's less than 100 billion over the next decade. So, if we're rational, yes, the next time we'll catch it early, and it won't go global like it did this time.
Avoid using these boring.
So, I mean, you seen the comments as he was spewing his lies, his bullshit. Yeah, man. Yahweh Shem Yahushua say, people show many of our people, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, gonna die of grievous deaths. All right. Remember, the scriptures say how your iniquities have brought evil upon you. And our people are laden in iniquities at this point. Everybody everywhere is celebrating Christmas. Christmas. They just got through Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving. All right, doing all the things the Lord hates at this point in time. Did not the Lord say, I will not even smell in your feast days? And that's just one of the very many things that they're doing that the Lord hates. Let's go more into this article. It says you see that the CVVAX and the RSV are all important ways to protect yourself and others from getting. All right, and that's this month. I wonder how many other V's they're gonna spew and say, oh, that's also important. And the thing is, it's always going to start off when you see like the 2020 situation. It's always going to start off as a suggestion, and then it's not going to be, his act or how he presents it is not going to be so suggestive. And then people start dropping, start falling asleep, which according to the scriptures they will. Then you're gonna have to take it serious. Jeremiah 16, 2 Ezra 15, that's another good one we always go into. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. So it's been said multiple times in the mouths of various prophets. So will you not fear? Right? Amos chapter 3 and verse 8, the lion have roared, who will not fear? The Lord God hath spoken, who can but prophesy? The word prophesy meaning to say before. It's worth it to bring out the point of, here it is. You have heart disease killing people, cigarettes killing people. Yet these devils have not closed down these fast food chains and have not stopped selling cigarettes. So don't give a damn about your health. But they got to play that brigade. All right. But it's coming out. It's coming out slowly but surely. And if you're the last one to get it, if you're the last one to see the writing on the wall, then it sucks to be you. You're just written off in the scriptures as 2/3. You're meant to pass and be taken in the fire. And all the grievous prophecies the Lord has come to pass. He went on, the flu vac, is a safe and effective way to protect against infection and will lessen the symptoms if you get sick. You will get sick. I mean, the seasons are changing, your body's reacting accordingly. But they got to play this game, And California healthcare facility mask mandates have been announced by several county public health departments in San Francisco Bay Area. And this is not medical information. I am literally just reading an article that was not written by me. All right. As a matter of fact, in this article, right, it says, This is actually words, spoken by one of the R.W.J. Barnabas Health officials. Right, we're seeing a rapid uptick in respiratory infections in New Jersey, specifically RSV and the flu. Dr. Andy Anderson, Executive Vice President and Chief Medical and Quality Officer for R.W.J. Barnabas Health, told Newsweek. So these are not my words. I'm just telling you what someone else said. However, as we ought to, marry it with the words of the scriptures to show you that the Lord, words will come to pass. It also says in 2 Ezra 15, fear not the imagination against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. It's not a theory, it's a fact. Right? It's not a conspiracy theory, it's just a conspiracy. Right? Look at previous Georgia Guidestones. They show you in these different programs. Like I call this guy Kill Gates, I call him Dr. Rabbit. From that show, I always forget. It was on Amazon Prime actually. It was called Utopia, I believe. And he pretty much spilled the beans in that show of how they want to, clean the earth. Sweep the earth. And that's really in cahoots with the Lord, because the Lord want to, rid the earth of the vermin as well. But that was pretty much it. It's meant to be a quick one. Shalom.